Good morning, my fellow travelers on spaceship Earth. It is I, and it is Brent.
Hi, Guy.
How are you doing this morning, Brent?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm okay. It is officially 0 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 20 degrees Celsius out there and snowing. So I'm kind of grateful for the fact that it's national holiday and I don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah, lucky you.
Yeah.
I have to go to work tomorrow in this because it's like the high of -1, I think is what they were saying last night
Yeah.
for me here. So, yeah.
My infamous whiner of a car has now developed an interesting glitch. I turned it on and it said, check your coolant levels. Red light, red light, red light. And apparently my thermostat's freezing.
Yeah.
So, like, there's nothing wrong with my coolant levels, but the thermostat freezes up and then the car completely melts down and freaks out.
hmm
And of course, if you just let it warm up, then but I have to let it warm up and then I have to turn it off and then turn it on again because otherwise it'll continue to put the red light warning in the information center and all the red lights across the dashboard. But once it gets up to temperature, it's fine. As soon as the hot water goes past the thermostat, it's all good. I'm like, Volkswagen, did you design? I mean, where did you design this car?
Germany.
Because I mean, minus 20 is nothing in Germany, and so I mean, like that's normal in Germany in the winter. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
but they probably didn't expect it to be that cold here in the United States.
yeah, maybe I don't know. I mean, it should be. I would think a Jetta is a Jetta, whether it lived its life out in Germany or here. Yeah,
You would think that, but
but can't guarantee it. But yeah, so it's having a bad hair day. It sits in the garage right now. It's okay if it's in the garage because the garage is at least a little bit warmer. It
yeah.
seems to be just when it drops below, say, minus 15 Celsius into the teens or the single digits in Fahrenheit. So it seems to have a bad hair day. Yeah, well, it it cracks me up though. It's just such a hypochondriac. Like everything, it's like, it just starts completely melting down. And there's nothing wrong with it. The problem is I'm a car guy. So, what would normally trigger like everybody who doesn't have, doesn't live their life with cars. I'm just like
Mhm.
looking at it. I open the hood, I look under there. I'm like, no, everything's fine down here. I have no tolerance for your whininess about oil. Your oil is fine. You know, your coolant is fine. I've checked all of your
You should be
fluids.
working.
Yeah, just get back to work. Stop whining. I mean, and other than the fact that the CPU is clearly freaked out all the time, the car is a great car. You know, it doesn't have any. It doesn't actually perform mechanically any problems. It just whines about everything. So that's all right. I like it. It's a good car. Yesterday, when I left work, uh, one of my kids' parents, I was like finishing up my class, and the one of their parents came in and said, are you Guy?" "Yes." I'm like, my daughter says that you're good with cars and we've got a problem. My car won't start." And so I went out to the parking lot and I said, and he gave me the keys and I'm like, "No, just turn it over." And he went in there and you heard the rah, rah, and then it went tick 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 tick, and I'm like, "Your battery's dead."
Yeah.
He's like, "That quickly?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that ticking noise is your solenoid."
Yeah, that's this trying to start this because but it doesn't have
Right.
enough
It didn't have a
power.
torque motor because it didn't have enough amperage. So here we are with a little solenoid going tick, 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 back and forth because it can't quite get enough juice to snap it shut. He's like, "You did that quickly." And I'm like, I worked on cars when I was younger. I worked on a lot of cars when I was younger.
I would think too that if you've ever had a dead battery, you recognize that sound as soon as it goes off. But
Yeah, but I think it's hard too because like you and I don't know, maybe we're a different breed of people. I don't know, but Like there seems to be a lot of people where if you turn the key and it doesn't work, there's something broken. That's about all they know, you know.
It
It's like
just turns on and runs.
right, and it's like I don't know. For me, I'm like I know that sound anywhere. It's dead battery,
Yeah.
which isn't
Uh,
a cheap. For me, it was like that. Well, that's hey, this is easy for you, man. We'll jump the car, and once we get it jumped, why you just take it to a auto parts store and swap that battery out. Give them the old core.
or sometimes you don't even need to do that. You just have it run it on the interstate for about 10, 20 minutes to
Yeah,
get home, turn it off for an hour or two, and come back out. And then if it happens again, that's when you needed it, new battery or
yeah. Usually, what I was saying. Well, it's been so cold. I'll bet you the
yeah,
water froze in it. You know, I mean, it depends on when he bought that battery. Most of the batteries here in Colorado, they know it's got to be good to a certain temperature.
yeah,
But sometimes, well, and they never remember. I'm like, has this truck always been here in Colorado? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Said, did you buy this battery in Colorado? Well, I think so. And I think what really probably happened was he drove to somebody's house in, Arizona or Texas or California or whatever. The battery died there and he forgot about it.
yeah,
He replaced it there and brought it back here where any battery it's not rigged for this culture is gonna have a bad hair day in this weather.
yeah, definitely.
So I don't know. I just have it's a morning.
It's also the proverbial. Didn't you take auto shop while you're in high school?
Right.
I really wish they would make that class like one of those mandatory classes.
Right.
Take a or just life skills class. This is how you
Hmm.
do your taxes. This is how you change the tire on a car or change the battery on a car. Well, hello, Torment.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Stuff that as an adult you should kind of know, but if you don't know, then here's a class to teach you how to do all that. Have a nice day.
Yep. Call it the dad class.
Yeah.
All the things your dad should have taught you.
Adulting 101.
Yeah. Yeah. Adulting 101. Because I think about that whenever I do teach my driving classes, because one of the classes is devoted to how a car works and how you should maintain it, which I think is awesome. But most of my kids fall asleep during it. But except that I usually tell them all kinds of stories go along with, why you should fix this or why you should do that. Don't drive the car without oil.
Or don't drive a car with transmission fluid instead of oil or
Yeah.
coolant.
Yeah. 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 There's all kinds of good stuff out there.
I don't know. I got stuck watching this video a few days back where someone took their car in because it kept overheating, and then when the guys went to go check the coolant, all right, it was transmission fluid.
Oh,
Like,
no.
well, yeah, that would do it.
That would do it. Man, how do you get that out of the system?
Flush, lots and
Yeah.
lots
I
of
mean, like,
flushing.
that'd have to be a lot of flushing because the oil would stick to everything and wouldn't want to come out.
Yeah. Well, there's cleaners too that you probably use.
Yeah, it'd have to be a pretty serious flush.
Yeah.
Good morning, Ray. Or for you, good evening, Ray.
Hi, Ray.
Yeah. So, Ray, it's minus 20 degrees Celsius here and snowing. So, not the coldest on earth, but certainly not warm and fuzzy outside. It'll probably get colder out where Ray is, though. I saw a huge, like, cold front move through, like, all of Russia. It was just this huge. thump. That interestingly, somebody was pointing out that it seemed to have stopped at the Russian borders too. Like, not perfectly, but pretty close. And because somebody was speculating, is this maybe why Russia's borders are where they are? Is because, hundreds of years ago, they drew the border at the end of the cold because of the natural formation of the land, which I thought was an interesting concept. Colton's like, I'm tired. Oh, it's getting warmer over there. Maybe all the cold came over on this side, Ray. Maybe
Yeah,
that's what
maybe
happened. It's
that's
like
what.
all the cold's like tilted to the other side of the North Pole. It was over there, but now it's over here. Colton would happily give it all back to you, though, Ray.
They can have it from Kansas too.
Yeah. Hi, George. That's a lot of staring you have there. Why are we staring? What's the story? He's sitting at the door, and I'm like, you're not going outside.
Not today.
Not today. You're not a fan of negative numbers. I'm not either, but that's because I'm bad at math. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
just checked the temperature here. It's -2.
Yep. Yep. This cold front's definitely going across everywhere.
Yeah. Except for Florida.
Yeah. Yeah. Florida's probably doing great. I have a buddy who lives in Montana, and she just drove through here earlier this week to go to Florida. And so she's down in Florida, and she's saying, I'm feeling kind of guilty. And she's like, I left everybody back in Colorado and Montana. You're enjoying your coat. Oh, man.
Oh, that's a.
I'm working on issue 3.
I'm working on magnet.
Warm clothes. Yeah. Boss just messaged and said, not a big fan of puffy jackets. Yeah. The boss just called and said, remember to close out your timesheet. I'm like, oh, yes, 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 my timesheet. Which I'm more than happy to do because it means I'll get money. I like money.
Who doesn't like money?
Right? Yeah, this last night I was in stream and then I was just like, I lost focus and I was like, you know what? I'm tired. And I went to bed and then I was like lying there and reading and then I just fell asleep. And then I woke up this morning at like 8:45 or something like that. And I'm like, I think I needed sleep.
Yeah.
I'm like,
kind of amazing how that works out.
Right? I think my body was like, "That's it. You're done. You're
Yeah, we're checking out for the day.
out." Yeah. I got up this morning. I feel much better.
Good.
So still don't think it helped my story any, but made me feel better. All right.
I
What?
gotta figure out this magnet and glue issue with some of my phone stuff.
Got the same problem I had before. This new version's not any different. I'm still kind of pushing through it here, which is I've got to hit the lowest point of the story and then come back from it for pattern, keep the sort of the pattern going.
Yeah.
That's fine. But then I come back from it and I don't have enough pages to wrap it up. And so I'm like, which just means that I need to creatively move stuff around. I have the open empty pages.
Yeah.
I just need to creatively move things around. I just have to think it through, which is fine. We will do this.
Okay. So what's the low point?
So the low point is the this black right. Well, kind of hard to see, but right. I will just add a pen. This part right here, where it's black,
Yeah.
that's the lowest point. So manga is done in 3 peaks and 1 valley. Is typically how they do this. So manga has 1 peak that happens right after the opening of the um, the comic, and then there's a second peak that's right at the break between the the 2 parts. So there's in this case 32 pages. So at 16, page 16, 17, there's another peak. And then there's a valley that hits at about page 23, 24. And then there's a peak that it hits at the end where everything is okay again, or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's a pattern I like to follow because it gives me structure. And to me, it makes me feel like the comic is better written because I'm forced to not just write willy-nilly, because if I do, we end up with a 750 page comic that I'll never finish, with no actual structure or anything like that. So I like to follow this as close as I possibly can just to make it have structure. So we are at 2324, and essentially the valley there is these two Commonwealth destroyers are back. They were excised from the story, but now they're back.
Okay.
And they've shown up in system. And so the Kittywake's going off to challenge them. And there's no way the Kittywake's going to survive that. The Kittywake's just a Corvette. So these two destroyers have it outgunned. And at the end of the first half, they faced off with the destroyers, sort of doing the, you know, stand down. This is not your territory. Go back to your territory, whatever. But now they've decided that the destroyers have decided to attack the Kitty-Wake, and that's the valley. So, but at the same time, Alex has decided to pull the thread that's gotten kind of partially into into Moment's system. And so she's going to attract the thread to Moment, making a thread passageway, a warp gate, so to speak. And then she does that as we come out of that, which then brings the Brayton, which is the home ship that happens to be in the thread. So all of a sudden, there's a home ship here. Now, 2 destroyers against a home ship is nothing. I mean, those destroyers are going to turn and leave.
Yeah.
So, because a home ship's got a battle group with a battleship and a couple of, maybe 10 or 15 cruisers and many squadrons of destroyers. So, 2 destroyers is nothing. The home ship's got a lot on board. So, but I need to that needs to happen, and then we have to have the wrap up of the story. So between 24 and 32, I have 9 pages to wrap this whole thing up. And so what I'm trying to do is see how much of this I can pawn off onto the rest of the story, so that when it all happens, it's just, all I have to do is just put pointers at the end here instead of having to have whole scenes.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm looking at here. In the end, right here at the very, very end, we have this scene between Alex and Mayrel, where Mayrel essentially says, "Do you want to just join up and be, you know, you can kind of join the Navy if you want and be on board?" And Alex says, "That's a good idea," or something like that. And I can move that somewhere else, I think.
You can make that the last scene.
Yeah.
The proverbial "it's over. This book is over," but we have more that'll probably come up at a later time, type of thing.
Yeah.
That cliffhanger.
That's what I'm thinking, is that, well, I just received a text spam. The worst part is the text spam goes, "Hi there, it's Jess." And I actually know 2 people who are named Jess. So I'm like, okay. And then it's like, "Do you want health insurance?" And I'm like, okay, there you go. That's it, spam.
There's the cell.
I don't think either one of my Jesses would be messaging me about health insurance. I'm just saying. All right. In this first scene, hey, D Train. Yeah, Kane's not here right now.
Yeah.
It's just Brent and me. Kane's suffering the slings and arrows of minus 20 degrees Celsius or 0 degrees Fahrenheit.
Is he still working at, what is that, Wendy's or something?
Yeah, I think he's working there.
How far away is he going to be from that new Bucky's? Because he could probably get something at Bucky's a lot better
I don't know. The Bucky's is just 2 exits north.
of you,
No, of him.
of him.
Yeah, because it's at Johnston's Crossing.
Yeah.
And so he's at the Firestone exit. So it's just 2 more exits north on 25. Hey, D Train.
Might be an idea to put it into his ear about going to apply there.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Because they do have food services. Oh, God, their food is really good.
Yep, 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 yep. All right. Here's what we know. Where did we leave off with 2?
I will be back in 1 minute.
Okay. This is not the right one. This is the right one.
All right, I has returned.
You can has cheeseburger too. A long, long, long time ago, I
And I'll
saved
take
so
our
many of
car
those.
away.
Yep. I saved some of those and I just found them in a folder. A whole bunch of the Icon has cheeseburger ones. So I've been reposting them so that because they're so, I mean, they're just so straightforward and cute. And so, and stupid. I like them. Yeah. 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 Is that a you're not paying attention to me? I get that.
Yeah, Foreman has been rubbing up on my feet ever since I sat down today.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. George is actually up here on the table.
Yeah. Foreman's learned not to come up. Now he wants scritches.
Mm-hmm. I don't mind. He doesn't do it that much.
When my cat does, is if I say his name, he'll just come right back. He's now
Right?
hanging out in the window over here. Uh, he'll always just lay down right on my keyboard. So it's like while I'm trying to work on something, and I need my keyboard for said work. So it does get on the "what are you doing" annoying side. Where did my brain go? That's up. So how long is James staying with you?
Till May.
May.
And then he's going to transfer, or well, his plan is his plan is to go back to his post in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
But since he's reserve, he's planning on going in there to do something at his post as a civilian, so that
Yeah.
whenever he's on his reserve time, he just changes into his uniform effectively and goes back to work. Yeah. So then, but he when he was over there this last time, they were talking about they had a job for a civilian that would have been pretty much similar to his job that he does when he's on duty.
Yeah.
And it would have paid a little less, but Japan's also not quite suffering as badly from all the nasty stuff that we are. Not yet, anyway. So he could still afford a house and stuff like that. And
Huh.
so he was thinking of going back over there, um, and then hanging out over there and staying there for a little while. And he wants to race K cars, which I have to admit sounds pretty cool. So I might go over there and race K cars with him.
Well, as long as you can get that teaching position.
Yeah, well, we could do the teaching position, and that would definitely do it. But now that I'm back in school, I'm looking to see what happens with study abroad.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there. But either way, that will be a positive. He'll be here, but he's here through May, which is great because then he'll help out with the rent here and or the mortgage rather. He'll help the
Mm-hmm.
mortgage and keep everything kind of going. So that's cool. That's about a plan anyway. Alrighty.
Then everyone's wondering, I'm creating dungeon tiles.
Right.
So Well, I don't
And
have my camera aimed down. Unfortunately, I didn't think of that earlier till like the last second.
it has to be offset anyway. Yeah.
Well, I'm not doing the detailed painting like I would on Mini, so just getting color onto foam.
Right.
So if you go back to Japan, where are you going to do as far as uh, your directorship with NDK?
It'll be on suspension. It's actually kind of on suspension right now.
Oh,
That's just because everything's so complicated and screwed up right now as far as like
life.
timing and everything in life. So it's all right. Well, that's just the way it goes. Just the way it is.
The way the world works nowadays.
Yeah.
Are you trying to get attention, Torment?
Probably. Odds are good.
Yeah. Well, normally I'm not home on Mondays, and
Yep. This is kind of a different thing. And, he's doing the thing where he's like, wait a minute.
you're here 3 days in a row. Come here. You want scritches? Here. There. You're on camera. So everyone can see you now.
Yay. I'm a cat. I'm gone. I'm a gone
Oh,
cat.
now, yep, now he left. It's like,
Yep.
wait, I'm on camera? No, I can't have that. I run away now. Yeah. And he's been kind of a turd for the past few days, too. Normally, I would be able to put him on his leash and then let him outside, but it's been so cold that I don't want to try it.
Right.
So, yes, I do have a leash for my cat, and yes, he does go outside on it,
Right.
like a dog.
Like a dog.
So you start school tomorrow.
I do. I do start school tomorrow.
Excited.
I am. I'm very excited. That should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, it'll be good. And of course, this all depends on whether Today the campus closed themselves down because of the weather.
Yeah.
So it all depends on whether the campus is open tomorrow or not. We'll have to see. I was kind of bumming out because my first class was not going to be in my major. Well, it was, but it wasn't. I mean, as in, I'm being a cultural anthropologist, and cultural anthropology was Monday and Wednesday. So with Monday being a holiday, I wouldn't have gotten cultural anthropology first, which would have been cool.
Yeah.
But now it looks like it might be because if they cancel classes tomorrow, then it'll be Wednesday will be the first day of school. And so it will work. I was like, well, that's weird. So let's see how that works.
Just remember the kids in your class may be much younger than you, but doesn't mean that you don't have more ability or experience than they do.
Right? Just saying.
Yeah.
Mm.
I remember when I went to college, I took a year of college, right? Like actually going to school and all that. And that was at the time I was like 25, 26. And I was the oldest person, including the teacher in some of my classes. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that was what was happening when I was at Westwood. I was definitely older than the kids,
Yeah.
but sometimes I was even older than the teachers. I'm not excited about this, and I have gotten myself drawn into my bills because one of them needs to be paid by tomorrow. So
Uh,
I'm like looking through all of them, and I'm like, well, okay, I really need to fix something here.
Go right ahead.
Yep, that's what we're doing.
I can always make the 3D printer bigger too.
Yep, but it's all good. We'll get there. But I feel like something is not running correctly because I feel like I'm losing more money than I really need to be losing. I mean, I grant things are a little different on the pay side because I'm doing all the pay work now, but it still feels like something is hitting us more than once because it shouldn't be this weird, but it's this weird.
What always throws me off is after I've paid all my bills, I actually have money left over in my account, and I'm like, "What the hell happened? What did I forget? I missed a bill. What's going on?"
Right?
That's always the thing that bugs me. But supposedly, 'cause I work for the state out here, the governor is trying to get us a 5% pay raise.
Oh, that's cool.
So maybe next year I'll go up again. Keyword maybe.
Yeah, you're like, maybe though. I mean, like, maybe.
It's in the hands of the state legislator, so we'll
Yeah.
see.
There comes a time where you're like, well, I have to see whether that goes well or not.
Yeah, let's see how this works out.
Yeah, let's see how this goes. Wow. I have lots of faith that people will figure stuff out the wrong way, not intentionally. I don't think people do it intentionally. I think people just there's too many pieces at this point in time. You know what I mean? I feel like that's one of the things. Just so many pieces in the world now. And these are the things that I worry about because I've got Google G Suite and Google Drive and Google Workspace, and all three of them are looks like they're all three are charging me $10 a month. So I'm paying $30 for Google. I feel like that's part of our problem right there. It's things like
Hmm.
that where it's like, wh- why? Why are we doing this?
What kind of cut to make it not?
Right? And it's like, hmm. You know, if you can sort by color, I just like noticing that I'm not doing this easy. I just selected everything and said, "Oh yeah, what I'll do is I'll support or I'll just color everything that's not for the house yellow." And wait, I'm like, wait, whoa, wait, wait. That's great. Do I have to go back and redo this?
No, no, yeah.
Back when the weather was nice. There's a sushi place I went to, and I'm like, oh, sushi. I remember that back in the days before things got ugly. Oh, nice.
I don't know. I miss Japanese sushi.
Yeah, right. Me too.
My favorite sushi bar, the guy who owned it, he passed away a few years back. But oh god, it was so good. I was the only American that he really let in there too.
Oh yeah, that's interesting, sir. This is a Wendy's. All right. There we go. That should help a little bit. I did have to go through and put all of the stupid things in the stupid order. We don't have music, do we?
I don't hear any.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Got old crashed out music over here. See if we can get music. Get some tunes going. Tunes! There we go. Got tunes.
Been so long since I've been on, I wasn't sure if I was supposed to hear it or not. I
Right?
can't remember.
Yep, that's what I thought. The Prime membership is coming out of one account, and then there's another one that's coming out of the other account.
Uh-oh.
These are the things that I'm trying to figure out. So, like, Amazon's double billing us, Google's double billing us, and a lot of this is, I'm sure, it's totally innocent.
Yeah.
You know, one of them's under my wife's email, and one's under my email, and nobody knows the difference.
That's when you talk to her about just turning it into a family plan.
Yep. Oh yeah. It's an accident. We'll just go fix it. That's all. Just needs to be fixed.
How are things going on between you two?
Nah, fine. Still working fine. It hasn't, I mean, nothing's horrible in any way.
Yeah.
For the most part, my plan went relatively well. Looks like only 2 things are misplaced in this particular account, which is good.
Yeah, I gotta deal with the whole domain registration update here pretty soon on half of my personal one.
Yeah.
I gotta go through all the lists. Oh, which one do I really need to keep? Which one can I get rid of?
Yeah, I'm with you on that. All right. Sometimes, I swear, I just for some reason selected everything in my account and called them all bills.
That select all. Oof.
Yeah. Or I did it in reverse. That's nice. Oh, for the first half of this, I meant to say, jeez, man. Sometimes having ADD is the most aggravating thing. For the first half of this, everything that was a bill I highlighted. And then for some reason, I started highlighting the non-bills instead for the second half of this. So it's all junk. You can't use any of this. I've got to redo the whole thing. Because I don't know where it was, because then I sorted it by bills or not bills. And so now I've got Amazon right next to Arby's. And I'm like, really?
Arby's is a bill.
Right?
That's food. That's food. That counts as a bill.
Except that it's not what I'm looking for, but yeah. I can't believe I did that to myself. Why did I do that to myself? Oh my God. In fact, it looks like it's exactly reversed.
So, what's the next convention you're going to be tabling at while you're doing that?
I don't think I'm going to be tabling again until Rocky Mountain Con at this point. We'll have to see.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure.
Are you on table at Ayacon?
I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I haven't. Right now, kind of tabling is sort of,
Back burner.
yeah, back burner. this matters, but the interest paid on the thing, interest paid on my bank accounts, probably not construed as a bill.
Well, you could blame the Templars for that.
Yep.
For the creation of the modern banking system, quote unquote modern.
Mm. There we go. I think I've flipped all the bits. Yeah, not quite. Kickstarter does not count as a bill. I know, I take all
Entertainment. Are you not entertained?
Were you not entertained?
Were you backing on Kickstarter?
I don't know. Something, I'm sure. But it's not part of the tracking where all my money is going.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know that my money went to Kickstarter from time to time. I'm not that worried about that. What I'm really worried about is that, like, a couple of days ago, Comcast called and said, hey, you're 2 months behind, pay 2 months worth. And so I paid the behind to catch up. And I said, but wait a minute. They said you didn't pay in November. And I was driving at the time and I'm like, except that I have paid all of the bills every month. So how did you not get the bill in November? Well, now I'm looking here and I'm like, I think I overpaid them because I think that they made an error. I think they think I didn't pay. But
Yeah.
I did pay. And so now I'm like, okay, now we got to go back to them and say, hey, what's the story? Why did you bill me twice? You know, because of course my money is extraordinarily tight. So
Yeah.
that threw everything right out of whack. And, you know, I was at the, what do I have in the house that I can eat? Because I think for the next 5 days, I can't even go outside, you know, sort of situation. So it's like, yikes. So and I'm like, okay, Comcast, what did you do and why? How did you mess this up?
Even when they call me like that too, because I'm not Comcast sharing costs. I'm always like, okay, well, let me get home and log in to do that because I don't trust people over the phone. I'm sure you understand.
Right.
I also wanted to see where what it says according to my bank statement, so I can dispute that right away if I need to. I'll call you.
Right. Don't call me. I'll call you.
Shoot, they've been calling me nowadays too. Comcast has. I'm like, I don't have Comcast service. I haven't had Comcast service in almost 8 years.
Right.
Why are you calling me? Because after my divorce, I moved to, or after I stopped working at Comcast, I moved to a prepay system. So then that way I didn't have to worry about a monthly bill. If I didn't pay, I didn't have internet.
Right.
I didn't have to worry about getting that far behind. I can't wait for this camera mount to finish printing.
I was telling the kids that my insurance has been roughly $200 a month for my entire life. Because as I go down and become less and less of a risk, the cost of living in the world goes up.
Yeah.
And so it seems to be almost the same. So as a kid in 1989, I was $200 a month, which was a significant number. And as I have grown up, my insurance stays at about $200 a month. And now, as a driving instructor and everything like that, with a clean record I haven't been in an accident since the 90s, and I haven't had a ticket since 2005. And now my insurance is still $200 a month.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that $200 a month doesn't mean as much these days as it used to.
No, it doesn't. I was happy when my insurance dropped from like $250 to $275 to $150. I was so happy that day.
Yeah, what really gets me is that they will not give me a discount for being a driving instructor.
No?
I mean, they work really hard to find every little thing so that they can take an extra or get an extra dollar out of you. But yeah, if you don't fit if you don't fit the three things or whatever, they won't give you any benefits for it. That's the problem.
That's stupid.
No bennies for being it. I'm like, I'm a driving instructor, and they're like, uh-huh. I'm like, oh. I'm like,
Yeah, and while I was in the military, I did that defensive driving course. And it knocked off like $50.
Yep.
Now I have a motorcycle license. They're always like, well, you have a motorcycle license and a regular driver's license, so it's more. Like, why is it more? All I'm doing is insuring a motorcycle. Well, don't you have a car? No, I do not. Oh, well,
It's still
if you
more.
had a car, it would give you another discount. I was like, what does it matter? Motorcycle, I'm on it maybe 6 to 7 months out of the year.
Yeah, what do you do when it's weather like today?
And my bike actually went up for the winter season to my parents' place. They have a 2-car garage,
Okay.
and I just park it there.
Well, I was going to say, how do you get to work?
Public transportation.
Okay.
Same thing I did when I lived there in Denver. I ride the bus.
That's fair.
It's cold, but
Yeah,
Dude.
but it works.
I do miss the RTD. I gotta say, that is like some of the best public transportation I've ever seen.
It's weird, too, because you think it's horrible until you get out there in the real world.
Yeah.
Then you're like, oh, this isn't so bad, actually.
The fact that that one there can get you just about anywhere with the light rail and the bus system, it's really nice.
Yeah.
I remember when I was living in Golden, I was working down in Littleton, DTC area. It'd take me an hour and a half on the bus system to get down, and it cost me, I think it was like $100 a month for it,
Yeah.
compared to the gas I would have been spending to get that far in 30 minutes.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
but yeah, people always ask me, well, how did you get around Denver if you didn't have a car? If it wasn't delivered, then I really didn't need it.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
But if I needed to get anywhere, there's the RTD, and then that system is perfect.
Okay, we'll figure this stupid thing out. Damn it, stupid. I have a feeling this isn't going to work like I want it to. But, like, no, don't do that. Thanks, but no, don't do that. Damn it. Jeez, I swear, sometimes I'm like, do you guys even know how you did this? I'm just trying to get it so that it sorts this by month so that I can have everything sorted and I can see whether it did July, August, September, October, November, December. And it's like, if you put August and July, then it's going to sort August before July because A comes before J. So then I'll put 7 on there and then it goes, oh, you mean 7 July of 2024. No, stop auto helping here. Just work with me on this. Do what I asked you to do.
And it's the downfall of computers is when you sort stuff. You're by alphabetical order or numerical order, but they don't understand that the calendar.
Right. All right, this is now telling me exactly what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for right there. Why did Adobe bill me twice in December? These are the things that make me go, aha, now we're cooking. Now I'm starting to see where things are going wrong because I'm doing the what's the story here? Why am I July, August, September, November, December? Yep, that's exactly what I thought happened.
Billed
They
you
said we
twice.
were behind a payment, and there's 2 payments, and man, this is my car payment, and they nailed me twice in November.
Wow.
No wonder I'm out of money. I'm like, why am I out of money? I'm being billed twice on things. It's like, well, we've got access to your bank account. You said that you could give us access to your bank account. So, I'm like, oh, wait. Whoa. Hey, City of Westminster is doing their job. July, August, September, October, November, December. Bam. Just like it should be.
You paid the
Comcast did us
city.
twice in July. Jeez. I'm having a hard time determining whether this is an error or what's going on. They hit us twice in July and twice in December. No, you're behind, says Comcast. Okay, my records show I paid you guys twice in July.
What you should do is log into your Comcast account and check your billing app.
Well, that's what I'm going to do. Now that I've found all these dupes, I'm going to go and say, okay, what's the story? Why am I having problems here? July, August, September, October, November. I don't need to pay that one anymore because Mariah took it over. Crunchyroll was only July and November. Why am I not paying for Crunchyroll more? I mean, I hate to say that, but I picked up Crunchyroll with intention, so I meant to do that. July, August, September, November, December. Disney is clear, so Disney is exactly what it's supposed to be.
Ugh.
Which is good, because I actually have enjoyed having Disney. And now let's look at the Google stuff. Holy crap. Google hit me 3 times in December. Twice in November. 4 times in December. What the heck is going on? Google's the one that's all screwed up. So, Google Workspace billed about $11 in July, August, twice in August, September, October, twice in November, and 4 times in December. What's going on with that? Then the G Suite, which should be theoretically the same thing, hit me in July, September, and October. Then the Google Drive hit me for another $10, July, August, September, October, November, and December. In total, since July, I've paid Google $221. There is something way wrong with Google. I should only be paying one $10
Google account. Yeah.
Right, because I mean, I know I have all this other gunk on there because it's running things, but this is part of the problem we were trying to fix before because the email didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And so in order to fix it, I had to switch my account. And it looks like what they did was say, oh, you've added this other thing on there. No. Like,
that's when you go ahead and just contact the customer support line.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to say, okay, we got a problem. This is not good. Okay, the mortgage. July, August, September, October, November, December. Mortgage did exactly what it's supposed to do. Good. Always a good thing to see. And then I'm paying for Microsoft, August, September, October, and then $365 for July, November, and December. Okay, they're doing the right thing. It's just for some reason they sometimes bill me as Microsoft 365 and sometimes as just Microsoft. But either way, it looks like I'm paying the correct amount for that. Oh, look, Microsoft 362. Let's not do that.
How much are you paying Microsoft?
11.
The $11?
Yeah, I just so we can have 365, which works for me. Mid-Journey, I'm still paying for Mid-Journey because I'm still curious about AI and want to keep an eye on it. But it seems to be appropriate. July, August, September, October, November, December. That's fine. Then our stupid solar panels, which I'm still mad about. July,
Did they ever get those fully fixed for you?
Yeah, they're up and running, but we didn't pay September for some reason. I'm not sure if that's me that didn't pay September, but now we're another one we gotta go looking into. Paramount Plus, which I will always keep Paramount Plus.
Weren't you still trying to get those fixed back in September?
So the panels are up and running. They're just not generating as much power as they promised us. And the problem is that I'm mad about a lot of things. One, it took them almost 3 years to get the panels on because they kept screwing it up. Two, once they were up, they didn't generate as much energy as they thought they would because my fireplace was in the way, which is what I told them. The chimney was in the way. They said, no, that won't be a problem. Well, clearly it was because it doesn't generate as much electricity. So now I pay $175 a month to the people who put the solar panels on, and $100 and something to my electric company. So all I did was, instead of having an electric bill of $180, I now have two bills that equal almost $300. So hey, we did great there, and that makes me mad because it was all a boondoggle, and it was an expensive boondoggle, and part of the reason everything kind of went sour because I convinced Mariah to do it. She didn't think it was a good idea, and it turns out it wasn't a good idea. So there you go. Okay. Looks like I didn't pay the HOA until September, and then paid a whole bunch because that first one to the HOA is huge. So, but everything looks good there. Should have done this audit a long time ago.
You should put it on your schedule to do it at least once a year. Maybe twice.
Oh, yeah, I should do it every 3 months. Every
6 months, really.
Doing this, and that's all. And why is that because Prime really needs to be with Amazon? We'll see. But that's not right. Oh, those are rentals. They don't belong here at all. I rented movies from Prime, which is fine.
What movies did you rent?
There was a phase I was going through for a little bit there where we were watching, the kiddo and I were watching older movies, so we would rent some of my favorites, and so that was what that was all about. I don't remember what it was, but it was like the old standbys. We were watching, Stripes and the comedies from back then and stuff like that from those
comedies.
Yeah, so it was just July, August, September, October, November, December, Excel. All right, July. That's not the same thing.
I haven't seen stripes in years.
right?
I got to hit it.
Oh, it looks like Mosaic actually I caught up in November. So that's not a problem anymore. Doesn't need to be in my problem child list. Yeah, it looks like all we've got that's a problem is yeah, like why did I double pay my car payment? These are all problems that we've got to figure out. Why did? Oh, I know why. That's not a double pay. That's January.
And parents pay.
They're auto paid.
Mhm.
So that's why. That's why I was like, why is this in here? Why did they charge me twice and they didn't? That's just January.
Yeah.
So all is good. Just means that that task is already complete for this month. Don't have to worry about it then. All right. What I don't get is why I have 2 payments to Comcast and they just managed to pull another payment out of me by saying I was behind. That one makes me kind of bitter and angry. Because they called up and they were doing the calling me in the middle of class thing while I was teaching. And I'm like, really?
That's why I don't answer the phone.
Well, I mean, the phone is off. So when I turn it on every day, I was seeing that every time I turned my phone on, I had 3 calls from Comcast or whatever every time. And I was
Yeah.
like, guys, I teach. I tell my kids they cannot have phones, and in solidarity, I turn my phone off. But it doesn't even really matter. I shouldn't be. Not only that, they raised their prices in frickin' September.
Jeez. Still hot.
Well, here we go. Let's take a look at what December looked like. So we paid more than I had anticipated in December. By a lot. Well, not by a lot, by about $250.
That's not too bad. That's not great.
No, but when I'm counting my ducats,
Yeah.
part of it's that. Well, it should just be December. Found a couple of automatic payments that went through. So December should now just be only December. There we go. That's markedly more reasonable. $2,600 is much better for the monthly bills. $2,900, I was like, I didn't budget for that. It looks like though it came through at $2,600. That's not so bad for all the bills. Time for some good old-fashioned sum ifs. Sum if ring comma criteria equals. Let's see if that errors it out. That didn't work. Yeah, well, a cute idea. I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know that either. I feel like I have crashed Excel. We have spinning circle. Spinning blue circle. I think I will
blue circle of death.
Yep. I'll take this opportunity to go downstairs and get coffee.
Okay. I'll hold the fort.
Thanks. Yeah, we can make it work. Hang on there, Brent. I'm over here trying to set up this zone real quick.
Oh, no worries. I'm trying to figure out what I did wrong, so don't worry.
Yeah.
And I think I know what I did wrong. And if I did that, then I'm an idiot. But
But it is what it is. What it is, or as my sister says, it's what it's.
yeah,
Because she observed the fact that you cannot actually use contraction when you say it is what it is. And instead, you just go, it's what it's, and go, well, that sounds strange. But I like it.
so this is what I'm working on.
Yeah. I can't see it, so if you're showing it, I'm
No worries.
on the corner. So give me just a second here.
No worries.
There. I was like trying to figure out why I'm having such difficulty with some of this stuff. I'm like, that's it. Wow, this is a very interesting thing, hasn't it? Huh. Well, I mean, you do a lot of this anyway, so.
Still, it's good painting. Seriously. A location
No, that's correct.
um,
Okay, maybe. Brent, you having a call notification coming in?
Yep. Or text.
Makes sense.
Hi, Brett.
Family group chat text, and everyone's talking about the bad weather.
Gotcha. Everything right? Cheers. It'll be a nice place that we'll all remember that they're supposed to be at.
Hi, Isla. I am doing good. How about yourself?
Juice too. For a moment, this
Is thank you. Appreciate you doing the audio and okay, I need to bring Kleenex in because apparently my husband decided today is the day to test with me. Oh,
actually was there.
We are freezing cold, Isla.
Yeah, we really are.
Currently, where I'm at, it is.
Oh,
Let me look. I'm gonna keep it up anymore. 2 degrees Fahrenheit. So you're talking about negative 20 Celsius.
Yeah, we're actually negative 22, I would think.
we're actually swimming like gangbusters out there too.
So,
Negative 18.8.
for 2 degrees?
Yeah, for negative 2.
Oh, negative 2? Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's what I'm sitting at.
We're sitting colder than that, I guess, because I thought we were at 22, negative 22. And we're at negative 21. Hi, Isla. So far, the stream is running as expected, I guess. We're doing some work around the office here, kind of setting stuff up, getting things organized. So. How about you? How are you doing out there? I set up my workspace over here for photography again. That's what it needs to do. All right. There we go. Clean up the work zone over here. It seems like it's paint theoretically. Should be nice. Why am I still getting stupid here? I feel like there's, I don't know if I'd call it pilling, but it feels like pilling. You know when fabric pills up and makes little like pill balls?
Yeah.
I'm getting that kind of effect on my work thing here. Like it's pilling, but it's like pilling up the dust or something. I don't know what's going on. But it's kind of bugging me. I don't know what it's picking up, but it's not doing a good job of cleaning it up. That's very aggravating. And it's something to do with my work mat. I had a cutting mat at the bottom there. Can you ask something about our stream channel?
That's up to the guy because it's his channel.
Hang on real quick. Well, the school system just canceled school for today. I just got a call and it was, hello, this is the school system. Hey, oddly, Isla, you just called me while I was doing my bills. We are broke. I love the idea and it's great and it's really cool. I can't help you. There's nothing we can do. I'm a broke person and I'm going back to school, so we will.
And Guy's a graphic designer as well, so
yeah. But I
there's that.
appreciate your gumption on this, and I appreciate you trying. I wish I could do something, but I can't. Sorry. And technically, we've even lost a couple of artists because they can no longer afford to do their work. They all have to go get real jobs out there.
Yeah.
So. I can't tell if this pilling thing is artifact or what. It's driving me crazy. I don't know if it's eraser. You know, it feels like eraser. You know, like the gunk that comes off of erasers when you erase something.
Maybe it's from all your drawing that you've done earlier.
Yeah, and that's what I'm actually thinking. I'm wondering if I just accidentally soaked all of my drawing eraser gunk just by, you know, putting water out here to clean this. And now that we've done that,
it's looping back up and
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. I think that's what's happening. Yeah, there we go. If I just start sweeping it, it's going a lot better over here. That was just weird. But I bought this mat because I like the idea that it's a big square ruler, effectively. Yeah. But B, also I can clean up without having to worry about the tablecloth getting dumped up.
Was that Kai I heard earlier too?
No, it's my buddy Anna, who's hanging with us for a little bit too. We've become a hotel. This is the Hotel de Davis. That's where we are.
I'll remember that next time I come out to Colorado then.
Not opposed. You don't seem to be allergic to cats, so that's generally the big problem here. If you're allergic to cats, you got issues, but if you're not allergic to cats,
honestly, probably the next time I do come out, it'll be over July 4th. This is the next window I can foresee.
Yeah. I'll probably be working most of the time because I usually work when people aren't.
Cool. Yeah. Driver's ed, all that. It just all depends on finances, as you know.
Yep, I hear that. I always feel bad about the artist things because I appreciate where they're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. But it's
I get it too.
And they're not bots or anything like that. They're actually out here busking, and I really appreciate that. There's nothing I can do.
See, one of the things I think that you should do though is, and this is just my opinion, is change your category from like talk shows and podcasts to art and craft.
Yeah,
or art.
You're right. Can't do anything about the others. The what are Can's side, but
yeah.
But I think you're right. Arts and crafts would probably drop people from.
Don't get me wrong. It's cool that they're busting. They're out there trying.
Yeah,
but they're also hitting an art channel. So I see Kanan says art.
Yeah.
I just pulled it up on Twitch. His just showing his art, and I think that you need to do yours as art as well.
Yeah, it also probably would go better. I've been not getting a whole lot out here on, a whole lot of response. Kane gets a lot of response, and I don't get any. Okay, that's weird. November. So looking at the totals, in July it was 2,700. In August it was 2,600. September was 2,700. October was 2,400. And November was 3,500. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at here. What went down in November? Oh, look at that. I paid my car payment twice in November. That's what it was.
Yeah, that would do it.
The other explanation for the house payment going up is escrow changing the way.
The house payment hasn't gone up. No. I'm just trying to make sure I've got everything covered and not having some stupid problem invariably occurs. Always a stupid problem. Yep. Part and parcel of stupid problems. I can get this working. Yeah, no problem. I'm going to be sitting here. So I just got a call from the school system saying that all school activities today are canceled. Just so you know. I was like, right? Well, moreover, like my kid's not at school at all. I guess it was I'm sure there must have been
practice of the sport or after school program of some
probably
sort.
the after school programs that are running anyway. That's probably exactly what it is. Yeah, that must be it. I mean, that sounds at least more logical. But at first I'm like, thanks for calling me to tell me that my kid doesn't have to go to school on a day where my kid's not going to school. So, thanks. Column A. Sort by column A first. Then sort by description. That'll help get everything straightened out. Look at that. Now everything looks like it's supposed to look like. Oh, plug. The plug is on the floor. Because actually right under here is all of the modem, and all of that's now connected there.
I'm aware there's a lot of money in the curtain, so
Mess with that. Yeah, don't plug directly into the wiring behind the curtain. That's why I put that extension cord there. All right. Now all is good. All is good, and the numbers changed. Why did the numbers change? Now I'm very confused. Oh, because it switched spots in the sum. Oh, well. Oh, my, yeah. You can put them in either one of those trash bags. Because we're working the system here. G2 now through G23. We'll probably get done doing this here in a second. Through 43. Oh, great.
Well, I'm going to have to get going, guy.
I was about to say, we probably should bow out. It's 11:30 here, 12:30 there. I'm going to go grab it. I've got a salad in the fridge, which I think I will eat, which is better than going out. I have to
figure out lunch. So.
Yep. So I'm going to also bow the system down and shut down the stream, and I'll see you tonight, my friend.
Yep, I'll see you tonight.
And to everybody else, have a wonderful, wonderful day, and keep your eyes on the stars. Bye-bye.